Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your old pal CHH. We're here today with a cool video. So I've got some really cool news. So if you guys remember, I did a video on that rental store that's near me. It is called National Video. Keep wanting to say Hollywood Video. It's a National Video. And I went there today, and I've got good news for you guys. So I went there today, and the owner happened to be there, and we got to chatting for a second. He was asking me if I needed anything, and he was looking at me, and I think he recognized me a little bit, and I was telling him how, yeah, man, I really love this place. I actually made a video, and he was like, you're that guy. So what happened was that video I did gained some traction, and people that even knew the owners personally reached out to them and said, hey, did you see this video that this guy made about your store? And the woman there, I don't know if that was his husband or not. It might have been his girlfriend, but she was like, yeah, I actually got a call from somebody who watched your video and wanted to buy some movies from us. I'm guessing maybe they saw some DVDs on the shelf and the video I did, and they were wanting to buy them. So I guess you can do that if you guys are interested. But here's the cool thing. So I was talking to the owner about the store and how I'm just so happy that they're still around, and the circumstances seem like they're like best case scenario. So their family owns that kind of shopping district right there, so it's a perfect storm for a place to stay like that. And he actually said that a lot of their sales right now are actually purchases, which is not a horrible thing. It's not a bad thing, I don't think, because eventually they're going to sell out of everything they have, but they have literally thousands and thousands of movies, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But here's the good news. I went shopping today, and I bought a bunch of vintage horror movies on DVD, some Dimension Extreme stuff, some out-of-print artists and DVDs, which you guys are going to get a super kick out of. But I said, listen, you guys need to sell merch. I know that if I told my audience you guys sold vintage National Video shirts, maybe hats, that sort of thing, and you were able to ship online, we could sell you guys some shirts and hats. The guy said, dude, that's a great idea. Let me get with you. Give me your number. And as soon as we get that situated, I'll tell you. And that way I can tell you, my audience, and you guys can get your very own National Video shirts and all that kind of stuff. I know I'm going to grab some. I have some that I got a few years ago, but I want, more. So that's going good. So you guys stick with me on that. Support them when they go to sell shirts, guys. Buy some shirts, all that stuff. Keep this video store going, guys. I'll film there as much as I can, that sort of thing. Maybe I'll even do an interview with the owner just to talk about like the day-to-day of a video store in 2024, that sort of thing. But I went in today. I saw The First Omen. Had a pretty good time with that. Reviewed that. That's already up on the channel. But I wanted to buy some horror DVDs because I'm in the mood for 2000s horror. So what we're going to do is go through this box, or this bag, rather, of movies, and we're going to see what I got, and we'll talk about it. Let me shuffle them up. All right, here's the first thing I got. I got a Tara Reid movie with Kane Hodder. I got Charlie's Farm. I've heard of this, but I haven't seen this. So Tara Reid is one of those actresses. She was like really big with horror for a while. Charlie's Farm looks really fun, actually. I'm assuming that's Kane Hodder. Here it is. 4 friends go into Australia's outback to explore Charlie's Farm, the site where a violent family met their end at the hands of an angry town mob. Despite all warnings, they persist in their horror-seeking adventure and soon learn that some legends never die. This came out in 2014. I love that it's got the horror sticker right there. You gotta love that. So yeah, Charlie's Farm. And there you go. There it is. National Video sticker. Excited to excuse me. I just had my birthday dinner. Excited to watch that. So Charlie's Farm. Very cool. Next up, I gotta save that for last. Okay, this one I was super excited about. This is Fear Clinic on DVD. Again, got my horror logo right there, my horror sticker. So the reason I was super excited about Fear Clinic, I have not seen Fear Clinic, but this is Kane Hodder and Robert Englund. And I was super excited when I saw this because I was watching the Robert Englund documentary that came out last year, which I reviewed, Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. Definitely pick that up, guys. But he talked about this. Fear Clinic was the first time he got to work with people like Kane Hodder and things like that. At least I'm pretty sure it was Kane Hodder in here. I'm pretty sure he's not listed on the back, but I just don't think he has a big role. This was a big Robert Englund thing. Obviously, his name's at the top, but on the front, it says Robert Englund, Fiona Dourif, Corey Taylor, and Thomas Dekker. Corey Taylor's in this? Fiona Dourif's in this? And this was Anchor Bay. This is an Anchor Bay release. And this is from... What year is this from? 2014. So yeah, Fear Clinic, man. I am super excited to watch this. I think it's going to be like a kind of just like a fun horror movie. So yeah, this was like one of those online things, I think, at the time. I can't remember the exact details on this, but I learned about it in that documentary. So if you know about Fear Clinic, let me know your thoughts down below. Super excited to check that out. Next up, let's see what else we got. Oh man, next up we got Fear of Clowns. Now I just had to grab this because of how ridiculous this looked. This is from 2004. It is intense and suspenseful from slasherpool.com and frightening from horrortalk.com. Laugh and you're dead. It got 4 stars from horror.web.com. So let's read about this. I kept seeing this and I was like, man, I've got to grab this. I keep looking at it. Let me just grab it. One woman's most terrifying nightmare becomes a reality when the paintings she's making of bloodthirsty clowns begin to manifest themselves as reality. Convinced she is imagining the terror, Lynn Blodgett, is that her last name? Blodget. Lynn continues to paint and tries to overcome her desperate fear of clowns. But when a clown identical to the one in her painting begins to stalk her, killing off those around her, Lynn is forced to confront it dead on or succumb completely. That honestly sounds pretty rad. Like, it honestly sounds really cool. But I have no idea about this. Who put this out? Not Anchor Bay. This was put out by Lionsgate. Yeah, Lionsgate. Wow. Where's the Vestron Collector Series on that? If anybody's watching this has seen this, please let me know about Fear of Clowns. Okay, I was going to save this one for last, but it was right at the top. So this is out of print. These movies are terrible, but the lineage of their terribleness is amazing. Now, I wish I could have gotten part 1, but somebody had already bought it. She said there's another guy. When I was there, they were like, there's somebody else that comes in here and buys a bunch of the old horror DVDs. Bloody Murder 2. This is legendary because Bloody Murder used a Jason hockey mask in their movies, and this is Trevor Morehouse, the classic slasher icon. It's been 5 years since Trevor Morehouse terrorized Camp Placid Pines, piling up bodies like cords of wood. But now the counselors must close the camp for the winter, and they are not alone. Yeah, so it's funny, is in the sequel of this, he's not actually wearing this mask. I think Paramount got on their case. So if you look, he's actually wearing just like a blank face mask, put out by Artisan. I wish I could have gotten the first one from them too, but I'm happy to have 2 as a standalone DVD. I have the 6-pack thing you could get at Walmart at the time. Like those DVD cases were like 6 or 10 horror movies, and I have both of these. But to get these individually, these are like pricey, I think, on eBay, especially the first one. So yeah, man, Bloody Murder 2. This is classic garbage. And I can't wait to file it and possibly watch it. Because I've seen it, and they're not good. But me and my brother we laughed so hard watching these. And this is full screen, by the way. This is not widescreen. Go figure. But yeah, man, I was psyched when I saw that. Bloody Murder 2. Oh, man. Next up, we've got a Dimension Extreme movie, guys. Now, Dimension Extreme was all that and a bag of chips. And this is my dad's favorite Dimension Extreme movie, Black Sheep. Got this, picked this up. This one doesn't have the cool horror sticker on it. See, these are got the boring horror stickers on it. The other ones have those fun... Where are they at? See, look at that horror sticker. I like that one better. So, yeah, man. Black Sheep is a Dimension Extreme movie about killer sheep. It's exactly what it sounds like, and they're really fun. Me and my dad rented this movie in 2008. Yeah, this came out in 2006. And it's about rabid killer sheep. Was it Australia? I can't remember. New Zealand. And yeah, Dimension Extreme, man. There are 40 million sheep in New Zealand, and they're pissed off. What a tagline. What a tagline. So yeah, this was a great rental. We had a blast watching this, and I'm so excited to revisit this again. So Black Sheep, I wish they would do you know, really nice collector's releases of these movies, but if they don't, that's okay. This is the definition of the true horror DVD era right here. So Black Sheep is a classic garbage horror. I love it to death. Next up, guys, we got a movie called Claude, The Legend of Sasquatch. This was put out by First Look Studios. Again, I don't know much about this. I just picked this up. This is from 2005. These are some of these are stabs in the dark, but like I really like that trash 2000s horror, and a movie about Sasquatch sounded good. According to a tale for generations in Pine Creek, many years ago, a group of hunters were found slaughtered in the woods above the town in a gruesome tragedy that locals have come to call the Echo Mountain Massacre. Legend has it a giant grizzly mauled the men in a hunting party beyond recognition. Some of the town believe the legend, and some aren't quite that sure that a grizzly or even a big one could have done what the story says happened. But it happens again. A band of poachers is found brutally killed, much like the old legend was reported. Was it another giant grizzly, or could it be something more cunning and more powerful than a great bear? Now 4 high school seniors, a park ranger, and a pack of revenge-hungry gunmen are going to find out. It looks really bad. I mean, this looks like a camera still. But yeah, The Legend of Sasquatch. This was put out, like I said, by First Look Studios. I don't know much about that, but it is Dolby Digital, so that's a good sign. There's audio. You know, like I said, some of these are probably garbage, but, you know, these really bring me back, having some of these DVDs. Next up, guys. This had my attention because of the name, All Hallows Eve, without the apostrophe. So that's how they were able to make this movie. It didn't have the apostrophe. And this came out in 2015. So this came out right around the same time as All Hallows Eve, I think. Interestingly enough. So I don't know what this one's about. This is from Ace Studios. This looks like it's way older than 2015. That's the funny thing. And this is an MVD visual release. Shout out to my partners at MVD. So All Hallows Eve, October 30th. Tonight is the night she awakens. 20 years after a tyrannical maniac terrorized his family near Pearl Lake on October 30th, 1988, the so-called events of missing people begins again. Oldest son Ethan Pearl and brother Jacob intricately select a cast of stars in an attempt to produce a Pearl Lake horror film based on their traumatic childhood. While location scouting and rehearsing, the group encounters several unexpected turns and a crazy man who terrorizes them. Ethan leads Jay down a perceived path to safety, but when she continues to search for answers, she realizes this isn't an ordinary film or an ordinary director. No idea what to make of that, but that artwork is primo. Big ass pumpkin, All Hallows Eve, Ariella Arbus, Adrian Gabrielewicz, and Ryan Byrne. Sounds terrible, but yeah, got it cheap, so why not? Ace Studios, like I said, MVD release, man. I have to ask my buddy Derek about that if he remembers this. That's my contact at MVD. Next up, guys, I got another release. This is a Dimension release, but it's not Dimension Extreme. This is from 2006. I remembered this movie, Pulse. I believe I rented this. My memory of it's very vague, but Pulse, man. 2006. This says, the year's most original horror film, Pulse takes fear into new territory. The very devices we trust to get us through the day. When the dead discover a means to contact the living through electronic devices, cell phones and computers become open gateways to monstrosities and destruction. Starring Kristen Bell. Oh, wow. Christina Milian, Ian Somerhalder, and Rick Gonzalez. Pulse is loaded with terrifying thrills and gruesome special effects and capped with an astonishing surprise ending. This sounds familiar. I know we rented this, but I don't remember much about it. PulseTheMovie.net. I should check the website to see if anything's on that. So great artwork on that. Look at that. Man, this just takes me back to those times when I was watching, you know, just good stuff. Next up, guys, we've got Rogue, Dimension Extreme, the Killer Gator from the director of Wolf Creek. I'd seen this DVD all the time, but I never rented it. And looking at it, like, how could I have not? Directed by Greg McLean. Yeah, the guy who did. This is from 2008. Man, this is right up my alley. Rogue sounds fantastic. So how do you beat that? Very, very cool. 2006. Sounds very familiar. right here. This movie is from the director of the Blair Witch Project is Altered from Rogue Pictures. They will find you. Experience the evolution of terror. From writer-director of the Blair Witch comes a shocking story of 4 men determined to exact revenge against the savage alien life form that held them prisoner and killed their friend. But in the life and death game of hide and seek, will they be the ones who are found and destroyed? Prepare for the relentlessly harrowing journey that will lead you disturbed, horrified, and altered. There you go. Tell me if you guys remember that. And last but certainly not least, guys, we've got the Toolbox Murders remake DVD. Now, I have never seen the Toolbox Murders Part 1. I've seen Part 2 because I have the Scream Factory release of it, but I did not realize this. Tobe Hooper directed his own remake. I've seen the original, which I love, but Tobe Hooper directed his own remake? A Tobe Hooper film, Toolbox Murders, from the director of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'll be a son of a gun. It says directed by Tobe Hooper, but it says 2004, so this is this their remake? I'll realize this after I finish watching this, but that's crazy. He directed his own remake. I'm excited to watch this. Tell me if you guys are a fan of that. That is the remake of Toolbox Murders, directed by Tobe himself. So, guys, that was my haul of classic trash horror DVDs from the 2000s. Let me know if you guys have any of those, and if you actually like any of those movies, or what memories you may have attached to those by seeing them on the DVD shelves back in the day. I'll keep you guys updated on when they get merch available and how you can purchase that if you want to do so. Thank you guys for watching. This is your old pal, CHH. Keep trash 2000s horror alive. Keep it alive, damn it. See y'all next time. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.